Yo, I think we good. I think we started. All right. Yep, we're live. Hopefully this is on. Hopefully this is recording. This is my first time making a video. We should be straight. What's going on, guys? My name is Ishmael, Dr. Ishmael, Ish the Creator, whatever you want to call it. Just call me Ishmael. Today is my first video. I'm going to break down a couple of things to you guys about trading. I have my notes with me. What is trading? What is crypto? How can you make money? Breaking down trends. What's going on in the market? And just an overall chit chat about crypto. I know most of the time I come on my YouTube page and I talk about life, but I do believe that it is time for a switch to offer some value to you guys versus just me ranting. Okay? All right. So I've just to get everything down. I'm not a professional trader. I am just someone, a person just like you, who has found the ability to be able to do this. Okay, there we go. All right, that's better. I've just been able to learn. I'm sorry, let me turn this off. I have been able to learn this skill of how to trade, and I want to share my experiences, things that I have learned, and maybe this can be a push for you to go ahead and start doing the same. Okay, last interruption. Yeah, so let's get into it. First, what is trading? So basically, let's go here. Basically, trading is nothing more than you buying or selling at one price and exchanging it for another price. So we have buyers down here, we have buyers, and we have sellers, right? And in between that, price goes up and down. Price goes from buyers to sellers, back down to buyers, back up to the next level of sellers. 9 times out of 10, if these sellers are weak, we are able to push past and make a new high, which you can be able to buy here and sell here for a gain of a percentage, which you can put your money in and gain 5% on your money. So just like how you're able to go to a bank and put your bank into a savings account and get a annual percentage of how much money you're going to get, well, this is what the banks do. The banks take your money and they trade your money to make more money. They use your money to make money, and that's what this is. You're gonna take your money, you're gonna basically turn yourself into a bank, you're gonna take your money and maximize it to the best ability using the market. So with that being said, you have buyers and sellers, and in certain cases, what can happen is you can be a seller and you can sell to the buyers. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. You can be a buyer and sell to the sellers. This is just buying at one price. And on the scale, it's going to look like these charts. Now, one thing I'm going to say is don't let these charts fool you. Don't let this intimidate you. This is nothing to be intimidated by. One thing that I want to say is when I first started trading, all this looked very intimidating, and in some cases it can be intimidating, but I'm going to make this as easy as possible for you to understand, right? You have a candlestick, right? You have a candle. This candle, let's just say right here, this candle right here, this is a wick. This is the candle body, and this is another wick. This is open, this is closed. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to understand is that you're going to be buying from here and you're going to be selling here, or you're going to be selling here and you're going to sell all the way down to the sellers and make a profit. That's either called shorting or selling. I mean, shorting or buying. Either you can short the market or long the market. You can make money with price going down, and you can also make money price going up. Some things I'm not going to cover. Some things you're gonna have to study, and you can easily go on to Chat GTP and understand these things. What I am doing this for is marketing, is just documenting my journey. this is all this is. I'm just documenting my journey. So I trade crypto. Certain people trade gold, silver, you know what I'm saying? Certain commodities. I trade crypto because it's volatile and you can make a lot of money from it, and you can also lose a lot of money from it because of how volatile it is. So what we are going to talk about is trends, right? So to make this simple, just like in anything, right? When something is trending, it's popular, right? And then when it's not trending, it's unpopular. So this is going to be the same thing in trading. You have what you call uptrends, and then you have something called downtrends. This is how you're going to make your money. You're going to make your money from trends. And these trends have certain indications or certain characteristics that let you know that this is an uptrend. So in this case, what can you say? What makes this an uptrend? And I'll put this right here, uptrend. Can't spell uptrend. Uptrend, and this is a downtrend. I'm gonna put this right here. So this is a downtrend. This is an uptrend. An uptrend goes up. A downtrend goes down. So what makes this an uptrend? From my understanding and from what Trades by Sai has taught me is that an uptrend comes from higher highs and higher lows. And then what happens is we get a continuation of breaking these highs, breaking these higher highs, right? And continuously making higher highs and higher lows. Higher lows, higher highs. If we are not doing any of these things, we are in what? A downtrend. Or this is not an uptrend. An uptrend continues and always respects its higher lows. It will never come and break these higher lows unless trend is reversing and we're going back down. So write that down. Trend will always be your friend unless in a uptrend the higher lows start to break. If the higher lows are continuously building up on themselves, the trend is still up. So again, just like we made this high right here, what would validate this is if we came back down and made a higher low and continued to push back up, creating a higher low and a higher high, keeping the uptrend. Now, what is a downtrend? Since we've talked about that, a downtrend is going to be the complete opposite. It's going to make lower highs and lower lows. Simple, right? Lower highs, lower lows. We will always respect the lower highs and never break the lower highs because we're in a downtrend. You feel me? Lower lows, lower highs. This is what you're going to see in a downtrend, and I'm going to show you on the charts what this looks like. Now, you're going to ask me, well, Ishmael, how do you know if the trend is over? Very good question. Very, very, very good question. Very good question. And any of these, we're going to break this down, right? So, since you've gotten all that, you can replay that and listen to that as much as you possibly want, but we're going to keep moving on. There's tons of videos talking about this. I am going to keep moving on. Boom, bada bing, right? So in an uptrend, you will know when the uptrend is over when we start to break the higher lows that we created. So we're in an uptrend, right? We're making our higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Then we get to a section where we're not able to make a higher high and we come down and we cross below the lower high we created. This is our first indication. This indicates to us that, wait a minute, we, throughout this whole trend, we've respected these higher lows, these highs, these lows that are high, lower highs, lower highs, these lows that are high, lower high, higher high, higher low. I do apologize. This is a higher low. This is a high that's low. Then we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Once we break this higher low, this indicates to us that we are no longer bullish. Because what will happen is, if we push up and we're not able to make a higher high, we will make a what? We will make a lower high, which will be followed by a lower low. And a continuation of the trend, because the trend has changed. The trend has changed because we have broken structure. Market structure break is what this will be called, because we are no longer respecting these higher lows that we have created to create the trend. Now we are disrespecting the trend. We're not respecting our support levels, and we're breaking down. We're breaking down lower and lower, lower and lower, letting us know that by us coming and tapping out at least 1 and 2, this should let you know that we're in a downtrend now. And this is something that I have always had a problem with. It's like, okay, how do I know if the trend is over? How do I know if the trend is really bullish? I just told you. We're going to continuously respect our lower highs and make higher highs. Higher highs, higher low. You're going to get... We're going to do it right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a higher low. And this is a higher high. You feel me? Boom. In the downtrend, right, you're going to have a lower high and a lower low. Don't get that confused. Even though I say the wrong thing, don't get that confused. And I will put this right here. So, in an uptrend, we'll make higher lows and higher highs. In a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. And this trend is broken immediately. The trend has changed immediately as soon as we make a lower high. And we start to break this structure, this higher low right here, like we did. We broke this. This is an indication to the downside, followed by a continuous lower low being created, which is continuously breaking other structures on the way down. So that is the start of when an uptrend is over and a downtrend will begin. All right. So now we're going to talk about when a downtrend is over and a uptrend is starting to begin. And this is just going to be the same thing over and over again. And I know it sounds repetitive, but this is trading. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing hard. It's just getting your subconscious mind to understand the rules. So we're in a downtrend, right? Boom. Right? We're in a downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We say this is our final low. What happened is we will bounce up, right? And then bounce back down. And we will no longer have enough selling pressure to push past this lower low and make a higher low. This is the first indication. Now, in order for this to be valid, This high right here needs to be tested and broken above, right? We need to break above this high, and we need to correct back down to the point in which we create a higher low. We'll create that higher low that will give us confirmation that, hey, we're holding our lows. Now, another bullish confirmation would be if we come and break above this high that we made, right? Breaking above other lower highs that we created in that downtrend and attacking them and disrespecting them and breaking those resistant levels. Because since we're in a downtrend, all these lower highs are now our resistant levels, and that in order for us to break high, we would have to break above, and then we would have to correct down and make a lower high. A higher low, so that we can say these two are now our support levels, that we can say when we come back down for the correction, we're holding it, pushing us back above and back above the previous higher high we made and back above the lower highs we made in the downtrend, which is letting us know the trend is bullish, and we will continue to make what? We will continue to make higher lows, and higher highs. You feel me? And we will do that throughout the whole trend. And if we are not doing any of these things, then the trend is not our friend. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes price can come up and just come back down, and just this could be just a bigger lower high being created. In order for the trend to be bullish and to be valid, would be that we would need to hold our lows, our higher lows. Even if we come down, these need to be held, and it needs to be a continuously attacking of higher highs, higher lows. Even if we come and break below, because I have seen price come and do a liquidity sweep on the breakout, and it could go deeper than what you may think, but it's only there to scare people, and it has a reason for doing it in the first place. Obviously, either that support level was weak, or that wasn't the support level that it needed to make, and price can do that. Price can come and swipe down certain levels and still make a higher low and continue back up. That's why you wait until price structure is being built to let you know that, oh, price is starting to go back up. You can't mark your bottoms for sure. You're going to know when your bottoms are being made when they come back and be tested and hold. So if we make an indication, we need to wait for that correction and wait for that correction to be over and let us know where that low is going to be, and we need to go and attack that highs. And as long as we're not breaking down below, we're good. You feel me? So what does that look like in trading? So also, by the way, I do trade. I've made $20,000 trading, and I've also lost $20,000 trading. So I have definitely paid my dues, and I definitely understand that trading can be a way that you can get yourself out of your situation and not have to work a 9 to 5, but you're gonna have to learn, and you're gonna have to learn through failures. And I've taken a lot of failures, and it takes a lot for me to even to do this video, because I'm like, man, I made a lot of failures, but that makes me valuable because I have experience. So, and I can capitalize on that. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how this is going to work. I won't make a trade today, but I will make the trade tomorrow when the correction has happened. I'm just going to let you know what's going on. So right now we're looking at Solana, right? And we can see that we've been on a downtrend ever since September 15th, which was a Monday, and that was when we had that big flash crash. That's when the government shutdown happened. We knew that price was going to be bearish because, for one, we made on the macro timeline a lower high. We wasn't able to push above this previous high that we made of $295. So with that being said, when we made this lower high and corrected down, and if we drill down into the daily, we can see that we had multiple indications before the major crash of us creating lower highs and lower lows. Put this right here. And lower lows. Why? Why would this be a bearish indication? Because look at throughout the whole bull run, right? We respected these levels and continuously to attack the highs and make higher highs and higher lows. When we just had that conversation, when we come and correct down, right, and we're not right here, when we came down to this level, let me put something right here so you can see what I'm talking about. When we came to this level and we wasn't able to push above higher than what we made, and we came back down and continued to make these lower highs, we flushed through a major support level that we were supposed to hold. This is a lower high. This is a lower high. And then also you have a low. Let me make sure I'm doing the right thing, right? High, low. Cancel. No, you have a, yeah. I'm tripping. Oh my God. So you have a lower high. And then you have this low right here, which is our support level. And we can draw this out. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being confused, but I'm not. I got it. Boom. This is our support level, right? That we were supposed to hold. And when we made, we can call this a higher high. I think that's why I'm confused. So yeah, we're going to make this high. This was a higher high. This was a higher high. This was a higher low. But we made a lower high. Yeah, we made a lower right here. We made a lower high right here, which the reason why I say this is a lower high, maybe, you know what? I take that back. We made a higher low and another higher high. But when we drill down into the 4 hour, right? When we drill down into the 4 hour, and we came, you won't see it, but we came back down, came up, and we had a candle close below this higher high, which was now a lower high, and we continued to make lower highs throughout the whole cycle until we broke structure again, in which this is why we have this right here, because this is going to be important for us to say, well, this is a reaction level that we broke, and this is a major support level that we were supposed to hold if we were bullish, but we didn't, and we broke through it, which is an indication to the downside, letting us know where the market wanted to go, making a lower low and breaking lower highs, higher lows that we created to create the uptrend. But since we didn't do that and made a lower low, what happened after that? We made a lower high. 1, 2, 3 lower highs, letting us know we do not have enough money to push higher. And what happened? We dumped. And we've been on this continuous lower high and lower low situation for these past couple of weeks. And now today we are having indicate bullish indications. But here's what I want. This is really what I was been able to talk. Really, what I wanted to talk about. I had to get all of that stuff out of the way, and don't be confused. Just understand what I'm saying. Follow me, and through me correcting myself, don't judge me. I am trying my best. I will get better at talking about these things more and more as I start to come out. So, right now, today, we made this big indication starting from last night. Starting from last night, we made a big indication, and it started out where? It started out by us not able to push down more. We started to make higher lows, and we started to make higher highs and more higher lows, and higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, and eventually, if we, because remember I said this, even though this is a higher high, and I know this is higher high, this can also be a lower high. This can technically be a lower high because we haven't pushed above these levels. So what has to happen in the next couple days or in the next session is that price needs to come and test these levels and hold these levels and give us indications that we're holding these support levels for us to get out and to attack the lower highs and to break past this resistance level and turn it into support so that we can say, oh, the trend has changed fully. But you will know the trend has changed bullishly once we break above this level right here, because as you can see, this is a level that we tried to get out of and we tested multiple times, but we wasn't able to. So this is going to be a key reactional level, a key reactional, oh my God, I can't talk today. A key reactional layer, a point on the chart where there's going to be a major correction or a major reaction. Why can I not say that word? Reactionary. Reactionary? Oh, fuck. I can't talk shit. Yo, it's gonna be a point in where a reaction is gonna happen either to the upside or the downside. Yo, I'm vulnerable as fuck. Yo, this is me. Mistakes and all. Teaching. Yo, what the fuck? So, yeah, a reactional lateral. I tried it again. A reactional level. That's what we're going to say. This is a level where there's going to be a reaction. And in this case, when we was in the bear market and we tried to push above, we tried to make these lower highs and push above these higher lows. We made a higher low right here, which I was like, oh, maybe we're doing good, but we wasn't able to have a strong candle close above this level, which is a reactional level where, okay, this is going to be important because when we come back above this, we need to have a full candle close above this, then a correction, right? A correction to let us know that, hey, we're going to make another lower high, another higher low that will indicate bullishness and will indicate a change in trend. And the bulls need to come in and to hold these levels and to not let price push past these levels at all. We don't need to push past these levels pushing down, because that would indicate that this was a lower high and we're on to take out these lows right here. You feel me? It would be in that case that that's what's going to happen. So we will see, and I will be back tomorrow. We're going to look at the same thing, and we're going to see if is we able to hold in this correction, and if so, we will have a continuation, right, to the upside, letting us know that we are back bullish and alt season is here. And this is going to be one of the wildest scenarios that's going to happen. A lot of people are not going to be prepared for this. But if you're watching this video, regardless of how shitty I explained this, which no, I didn't explain this shitty at all. I will continue to maybe even go in deeper into like some of the things that I said without making so many mistakes with like the lower highs and the higher lows, but it's very straightforward. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that you have to really think too much about. It's more so just getting yourself like in the market. How much money you need? You can start with $100. People are gonna tell you you need all this money to start. You don't. You just need to start. You know what I'm saying? And you just need to have a solid foundation on what you need to learn. I'm giving you that. And if you actually need to watch someone else besides me, Trades by Side, that's who I learned from. I'm learning all of this stuff from him, and I'm documenting my journey because he's told us you need to document your journey. You never know who is going to learn from me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you might not go to him. Maybe you just go to me. So, this is what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm waiting for a correction to come into the market, and because what I trade is ICC, which is indication, correction, continuation, and right here is our indication, and we're looking for correction to make that higher low and to continue to attack the highs, these highs and these highs, and to break above this level, which would let us know that we're back bullish and that the trend has changed. Okay, hopefully that is not complicated, and I will come back when things have changed and I will show you guys, and I will enter the trade live. I'm going to enter the trade live. No. I won't enter the trade live because I'm not going to show y'all my stuff. But what I will do is I will enter the trade and I will let you guys know where I entered the trade and show you my profits and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you how much money I have. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to show you like the percentage and stuff like that, and just let you know like, oh, where is he in the trade? Is he just talking about the shit, or is he actually trading? No, I actually trade this shit. So I'm going to let you guys know when I actually get into the trade. And looks like we're going to go on this correction. The corrections happen on the 15-minute time frame, so I'm looking for an entry around a 128 and 129 area. But if I have seen price sweep these lows before, so if we come and sweep these lows, and I will wait for a dip indication, a smaller indication, and a hold of the lows that it made. So if we make a low down here and we make an indication up and we come back down, we need to hold these lows in order for us to have an indication up, a continuation going up. I think the only thing I really need to do that would make my life easier is just slow down. I don't have to rush to get this information out to you. In order for me to be a better teacher, I need to be able to speak calmly, fluently, and consistently so that you guys can hear what I'm saying. So I will get better at that. So we are waiting for Solana to come to 129. Bitcoin, same thing. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting for a correction. If we are bullish, we're waiting for a correction all the way down to 85 or 84 to make that higher low. Like I said, prices, I've seen price come down and sweep this and come test this, because this is also a support level too. This is a major support level. As you can see, that as we tried to push above, we push down, push. As soon as we pushed above, and we had that higher low, we pushed above. So this level is a reactional level that we need to pay attention to, that we can come and get tested, which we tested here. So either what's going to happen is we're going to hold this higher low, or we're going to break this higher low to scare people, only for us to make a higher low down here and to push higher. So that's what we are looking for. That correction is literally happening as we speak right now. So I would say, let's see if we turn on the sessions, right? Tokyo sessions right now. If 9 times out of 10, what I've seen is London session is going to give you the indication. Tokyo session is going to have that correction, and then New York session is going to have that indication. Tokyo is going to have that correction, and then London is going to hold the lows, and New York will continue the continuation attacking highs. So I've already told you what's going to happen. Only thing now is for me to wait and be patient and to trust myself, because I don't want to come back on here and say, yo, I fucked up. No, I'm going to be like, I executed, and here's what happened. Here's my trade. Here's what I executed in, and everything is going fine. So I'm just going to get ready to load my capital up onto my trading platform and get busy. Hopefully this helps you out in some type of shape, form, or fashion. I know I'm not the best teacher or the best trader. I'm not trying to be. I just want to be better than what I have been doing. And so far, I've taken so many notes throughout my trading journey. Like literally all my trades, I've been trading. I've been long term trading a venture capitalist ever since 2018. I've been studying crypto for a minute, as far as like the longevity and the long term outlook on crypto. It's going up. You know what I'm saying? But as a trader or a day trader or a swing trader, that's completely different than just buying a bag, holding it onto a platform, and just, you know what I'm saying, getting your profits. No, like using leverage, having a stop loss, and using these smaller time frames, these daily time frames, to like judge where price is going to go and make a lot of money off of it from leveraging. But when you're, and it's just like features, you know what I'm saying? I When you're just buying just for the long term, you're just spot trading. You just like, you're gonna buy 1,000 shares of Bitcoin at one price, and you're just gonna wait till it goes to the next price long term, and that may take years. But and for you to make thousands of dollars, it may take years. It may take a longer cycle. It may take more percentages for it to go up to that $1,000 or $5,000. Whereas you can take $100, $1,000, $500, and turn it into thousands of dollars within minutes, within days. You know what I'm saying? Without having to wait for a whole bull market to happen in order for you to get these big gains into your portfolio. So it's just something that I wanted to touch bases on, and I will continue to see what I can talk about more, wrap up all of the information that I have inside of my head, and to apply it to um, do my best to show what's going on within what I'm doing, to share my trades with, whether if I'm right or wrong. And I need to be honest. It's like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, hey, I documented it, and that makes me look good. So that's what we're going to do. I've already talked for 37 minutes. It's time to go. I'll see you soon. I will talk to you tomorrow.